Hello, happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining me for another Saints and Angels Oracle deck reading for our week to come. We are at our second to last Friday here for January, underneath our theme of the Devil card from the Major Arcana Traditional Tarot. I don't know about you, but this month has been catalytic. It has been eventful, fiery, explosive, disruptive in many, many ways, ever-changing, spurts and spatters. It's for sure the water's boiling. I haven't used that metaphor in a little while, but it's still going, and things are popping. On individual things in my own direct world, as I'm sure probably in yours too, lots of people that I've talked to are having these same sort of hiccups, bumps in the road, disruptions, sort of, yeah, I'll leave it there. That's enough of synonyms. Okay, I don't want to get going too long either because I'm on my phone this morning, and that means I'll have to upload that way, and it takes forever. So I'd like to get down to what we're here to do this morning, and pull a card for our week to come. I hope everyone's had a lovely week. Last week, the cards have been so helpful to me, such guiding lights and real anchor points for me throughout my moments in my days, and really necessary. I'll say that. I have been having lots of times needing to re-ground, recenter, remind myself of what that message for the week is, and pull back inwards and have some moments of reflection, to find the best ways forward, to use my time wisely, to work to respond and react and communicate in the ways that I really want to, that reflect, my best self. So it's interesting, I'll just say, to just tie it into the theme, having this sort of direct opposing pinnacle of badness, of evil, of shadow, of all the opposite things that you think you don't like or that are bad, hateful, all the negative energies and all that kind of stuff, sort of as the highlight for the whole month. It actually creates like a wonderful distant gradient and spectrum to discover myself through, and to look at my own shadowy quirks, the upsets, the weaknesses, the faults, the mistakes, all those kinds of things with a more caring eye, and to be more grateful for them, more appreciative is wonderful at the end of the day. So I think that having that stake out there, as a reminder, instead of letting it be like, a fearsome thing, or a thing that's got to bring in, call forth all the negative things, if we could remember how distant we really are from it, and be grateful for the position, and also, like I said, the spectrum that working creates, to explore and discover your power of choice, where you stand, where your discernment is, what you want to discover, and what you don't need to. That's what it's about, or I feel. Now I'm rambling. 4 minutes in, shoot. Let's get down to what we're here for, right? If you're new, welcome, thank you. If you're not new, thanks for returning. Today is the 24th of January, 2025, and we are in, I believe, our fourth Friday of the month. So I think it's a long one. Forgive me if I'm incorrect, but I'm pretty sure. I could pull my book out and everything, but I'm not going to bother right now. Let's really do what I like to do firsthand, which is sort of practice becoming a good audience, getting connected to our inner self, our higher teacher, like one of my mentors likes to call that, inner teacher, or the cards, our higher self and our spirit. So I'm going to close my eyes and lead us through a little quick breathing and grounding. You can close yours as well. You don't have to. It's not hypnosis or anything like that, so don't feel like you can't do driving or dishes, whatever you're doing. No, wait. Feel free. But for those of us who can, we will work to do the full practice of what we're here for and intending, and focus our minds, bodies, and spirits into the present moment by cutting out distractions from the external world for just a brief moment and calling in that great center point of listening. So close your eyes, get comfortable as you're seated. Take a few casual, comfortable breaths that feel right to you. Relax into the moment. Settle into your seat. Take a moment to see all of the things you've done up until now, to this very moment. Thoughts, exchanges. See them floating around like bits of paper or glitter or styrofoam, like snow or leaves inside a snow globe, moving around. Take a moment to shake it up. See, excuse me, shake them up. See them soaring around. Give it a good, vigorous shake, enough to create a spinning vortex as we allow it to rest and land. I'm gonna have to get water. Now, 8 minutes in, and please excuse me if I'm disrupting, if I keep going with this. I'm not sure if I'll be coughing again. That's such a strange interruption and disruption. It's like, dare call forth me and I will answer. What a teaching, and I think I'll just leave this and we'll relax back into the moment, and I'll do what I love to do, which is, I'm going to poke at it again. I dare to. I love to have these sort of inner conflict conversations back and forth with myself sometimes, when devilish things present themselves, when interruptions, when shadowy things, whatever that is. I haven't had that strange, real grip in the throat. There's this sort of clutch in there that comes through with a deep cough like that. That's out of nowhere, because I'm not really sick or anything. I haven't had any sort of congestion or feeling in my lungs like that. So it's strange for it to come out of nowhere. Not so strange when we take into account where we are at in the present moment. And what a teaching this is, because it allows us and me to pull back, to remember the gravity and the choices that we choose to speak and stand in. And they do have ripple effects and consequences, and you better be ready to answer and stand. And how we choose to do that and move through that, that's what makes it. That's the alchemy. That's where the ease comes back in, and we remind ourselves that yes, I do. I have the power of self-vitalization. Revitalization of my body. I control my body. I have lifelong memory of the building of my body, of the instructions within my body. My cellular self, that consciousness resides within. It knows how to be healthy. It knows its organic instructions of how to function. It's physiology. What I have to do is slow down and remember to listen. And even when those things do present themselves that, see, are uncomfortabilities, let's try to answer and call them instead of suppress them and talk through them. And then they build up to something constricting. So let's get back into the breath. And thank you so much for sitting and for working through that exercise with me. Let's take it in stride. Flip it on its head and say, yes, we can move through these things. Yes, it's okay. I don't need to start over. I don't need to present some kind of perfect, picture perfect Hollywood scene with pause it, try to cut it, try to do all these things and present perfectness. This is more perfect. This is the divine workings. And holding an audience and energy through this is your work as well. So thank you so much for being here and witnessing. And let's work through and tap back into conscious breathing and drop into our moments. And yes, let's get back into the shaking up of that snow globe and not let the disruptions interrupt that wonderful, fun visualization. See the energies now like a crazy vortex or a tornado, or maybe they're rushing back and forth like static or blinking in and out like glitter. See all the thoughts, exchanges, and moments up until now around you. And with a breath, let them start to slow, to fall, to land. Quieting down into the present moment, landing into stillness, calmness, letting the breath lead the way, evening and smoothing it out at a comfortable length and pace, but one that won't send out too many ripples into this calm scene within your snow globe. Let's bask in that scene for a moment. Make it your favorite place or space and time. It can be real or imaginary. It could be a vacation spot, a paradise, a snow-topped mountain, your Everest point. It can be fiction. See that beautiful place of peace and joy within you. Whichever comes first, don't get over attached or make it too much. Let it show itself to you. Just smile and appreciate it. See if you can, the colors, hear the noises, smell the smells, hear the sounds. you up like the liquid that fills the snow globe. Feel it around you like a thick gel, a plasma permeating, just like that which holds our cells within you. We are held in the ether, just the same. Be held in your snow globe space. Feel it around you, around your head and back, hands and feet. Breathe gently and easily as you let that feeling permeate inwards, support, gel-like, sending notions deep within you of being connected, supported, intermingling, and yet free, fluid, to be who you are, to move. Feel it as a warmth radiating inwards and a warmth radiating outwards, holding you and being held by you. Take a moment to feel gratitude in your heart. Give thanks for yourself, for your cells, for the plasma that holds them, that holds you together. Just as this great ether holds us in the cosmos. Give thanks for that. Let it fill you up, spilling over the top. Take a moment to breathe deeply into that, feeling solidity, grounded centeredness. As we bring our attention more formally back to the body and into our real direct space, wiggle those fingers and toes. Get ready to open your eyes in your own time. And I will ring my bowl. Wonderful. Okay, so now take out the deck. Or I will take out my deck. Oh, for we are one, and I am so many inside. Sometimes the we, the you, is just right there. It's just so natural. Thank you for being a part of that we, and including me in your we as well, I guess. And thank you, saints and angels. Thank you, ascended masters, our ancestors, those before us and to come after us. God, Source, Mother Earth, all of those beings and entities who watch and witness our journey here, who are just as much a part of that we as I am. So thank you for your collective part. We ask you if you could offer us and honor us with a piece of advice, support, or guidance through these beautiful cards here. Speaking under our catalytic, our strengthening, testing, challenging concept of the devil this month here in January, kicking off our new year, our 9-year, our year of closings and beginnings. We ask if you could honor all those things and help us in the way you see most beneficial, most supportive and positive. We thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now shuffle my deck up here for a minute. Oops, that's the one. Healthful eating with Archangel Raphael. What a reminder, what an ever-present thought on my brain as of late, and what a beautiful reminder to ask him specifically, to call upon him to help with guidance in healthful eating. What an important marker healthful eating is for us. What a common resolution it is at the start of the year. 39, number for me. 39 forever. Archangel Raphael is the supreme healer within the angelic realm. In this capacity, he sees a need for you to alter your diet and eat more healthfully. Thank you. You've probably already heard this guidance through your repetitive thoughts or feelings. Yes, yes, yes. In particular, Archangel Raphael would like you to eat more fresh and organic produce, drink more water, and avoid processed or chemical-laden food and beverages. The reward for making these changes includes having more energy, which will effectively allow you to spend more productive hours devoted to your dreams, desires, family, life, and health, and life's purposes. Excuse me, I'm trying to read. Today's not coming good today. Raphael is an archangel, meaning he's an overseer of your guardian angels. His name means he who heals, or God heals. This saint aids those who are ill, assists health professionals, and helps you attain and maintain wellness through positive lifestyle. This is such one of those, yeah, I know that already, kind of things. And it's so easy, even when I was reading it. And we've seen this card a couple of times. And I've seen this card in my own workings a few times. And it's so easy to get into that, yeah, I know that already, kind of thing. And this is, I feel, what is great underlying message to speak on because of the theme, especially with the devil this month. Sort of underlining that, especially for me, but for many of us, when we go to make these better choices, when we know we should be eating better, there's this, but this is all that's in front of me, but everything is poison, but I don't have the money for organic, but this isn't there, but is that, this is not convenient, it takes too long, or I don't have the availability, or whatever the constraints are. I'm right there with you. I don't have solutions. I'm not trying to come now with some kind of great work, some kind of key knowledge. I'm just saying this is what I feel is highlighted for this week's work. Call upon Archangel Raphael is clearly our guidance point in what I will be looking through and ruminating upon, and for those types of answers and seeking what feels right and true to me. And just the final thing that I will add is that there's no cut and dry, cookie cutter, right answers and solutions for any and all of us. We all change. We're all ever-changing beings. And the world around us is the signature model and the speaker of truth for us as a guidance point that everything changes and goes through cycles. And if we would remember that, just like the seasons in the organic world, we can follow suit and find flow through that. We can find what's healthy for us in the now moment, is the key, is the only real answer, is the only ever the true answer. and because those variabilities change all the time and shift, and based on who and what we are here doing and here to do, and then our power of choice and free will comes into play as well. So it's like there's it's such a no cut and dry answers. So I'm going to try to remember that in my organized need for those types of confirmations, to admit that, okay, they're there, but maybe I don't have to grasp at them so tightly. I can loosen the reins and hearken into faith and know that what needs to come to me will be presented to me. And in those moments of choice, when I am in an actionary position of choosing something to eat, or whether I'm eating right now or buying food for later or planning or whatever, to slow down and listen and to ask at that point, and to listen to the guidance and to go with the answers, even if they feel difficult, and when they do feel difficult, to back out a bit and say, this is difficult for me. Can what do I do? But to know you're not alone, and to remind myself that I'm not alone in these types of struggles is so wonderful. So thank you for joining me here on Friday morning. This has been longer than intended video, and what a live action teaching it really is, and has been in such different directions today. So thanks for coming on this adventure. Really feeling that kind of choose your own adventure. Life is a synchronicity walk. Everything happens for a reason. Everybody's watching kind of thing. Vibes, confirmations and stuff today. So thanks for being a part of it. As always, thank you for your contribution to the collective. We would not be the same without you. Thanks for witnessing mine, and I'll see you next Friday.